Hey guys, it's my first YouTube video. I'm very excited. I got my ring light today and my tripod. I'm just gonna kind of go with it and experiment along the way. I hope my camera, or my phone I should say, has enough storage, A, and B, battery to get me through this video. So I'm gonna do a quick tutorial. I'm gonna keep it simple for my first one because I don't know what I'm doing yet, not makeup wise. I know what I'm doing with makeup, but we're gonna just go with it. So I'm gonna start using my Becca. I'm trying to learn where all my stuff is right now too, because it's a little gray and just give you a quick look. I'm literally using my old desk from elementary school. So now I'm gonna go in with my Becca First Light my Becca First Light priming filter. I really like this stuff because it goes on super smooth and makes my skin feeling super moisturized all day long. Sometimes, especially in the winter, my skin gets super dry and I can just feel it. There's Piper. I can just feel it almost getting I don't know, just not a good look, not a good feel. And I just need my skin to be super moisturized throughout the day. So once I go in with that filter, I'm actually going to use my Flower Beauty. It's called Pore Perfect Instant Blur Stick and Multitasking Foundation. So the one side is actually a foundation stick, but this side is a blurring stick. So I just put this all over where my pores are, at least my bigger pores. Put it on my nose a little. And it really just I don't know, it's like a magic, I kind of like it, it's like the magic eraser, Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. And then if you want, you can kind of just rub it in a little bit. But this way it just makes it look like it's minimizing your pores at the very least. So then I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. L'Oreal Pro Glow Infallible dewy smooth. Oh my god, okay, alright. This is a little much, Maddie. I'm just gonna go with it. Kind of exploded on me, but we'll see how this goes. Cardi B has been killing it. Go girl. I really love this song. And I did dampen my blender. And I'm just gonna go in. So then once you have all your foundation blended in, I gotta figure out this lighting situation because this side of my face is not lit. It's not lit. I'm pretty sure I'm all blended. So then once I have my foundation on, I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape concealer, and my shade is Fair Neutral. I love this concealer. If you're looking to wear your makeup for a long time, you don't want anything to move around, this really once you as long as you set it, it really locks everything in place. And some concealers, you know, you put them on and they kind of like fade off, and throughout the day you can see like your spots or blemishes coming through. I don't find that with this concealer. Now, that being said, a little bit goes a long way. And if you're looking for just like a quick conceal, this is not the concealer for you unless you're really good at like putting like little dabs and not going the extra mile. Because like I could honestly take all this concealer from this portion of my face and like make it last. Like I could probably take my beauty blender and just like go all over my other blemishes and it would take care of it, because you really don't need a lot. And I usually just use little dots, and then if you need to add more, great. If not, great, because it's always easier to honestly like put less on, you know. It's the worst when I'm like, especially like kind of in a rush and I go in with way too much concealer, and then I'm like, where the fuck do I put all this? And you can honestly pick where you want to put your concealer. Most people put it in like the T-zone. I particularly use my concealer for under my eyes, because I do feel like I get darker circles. And then I have this scar. You can still see it even when I put concealer on it. It's really, really hard to cover up, but this scar in particular, I fainted when I was at work. I did not eat any breakfast. I barely drank any water before I went to work. One day I was in college, home on break working, and I worked in a retirement home in the dining room. And it was like lunchtime, all the residents were coming in. It was probably like 11, just before 11. And I started seeing stars, and I've never fainted before. And I didn't really know what was happening. I just knew I didn't feel good. So I said to my manager at the time, I was like, Jenna, I'm going to pass out. Like, I think I'm going to pass out at least. Like, I feel that way. She was like, you need to sit down right now. And then she runs to the, like, drink machine, the soda fountain, and she's trying to get me some orange juice. Well, not from the soda machine, but like that, like, drink area. And next thing I know is I just like wake up and I hear kind of everybody, it's like a blur. Everybody's just like around me, circling me, and I was like, oh my, like what is happening? And I just like went to get up really quick, and my friend Chelsea was like, no, Mattie, like stay there, stay there. And I was just like, oh my God, like, and I felt something like on my chin. I was like, went to touch it, and it was kind of like numb. And I realized it was blood. So I'm freaking out. They all thought I cracked my head open, because when I fainted, I literally went and fell face first. And like the hit like turned my head, which made like, yeah, it was a mess. It was really scary. I had to get wheeled through like all the residents. They were out in the dining room eating, and here I am, like they're all like, oh, Mattie, and it was just like terrible. Like I hated every second of it. But that was my fainting story. I'm gonna go in with my Becca. This is my new prized possession, you guys. It's my Becca like Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. So I heard a lot about this on YouTube and online, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get it. I've been really, really wanting to get my hands on the Laura Mercier setting powder, because everybody freaking talks about it, and like I just have never heard a bad thing about it. But then I saw this and I was like, hold up, I gotta get that. And it's been amazing. It literally feels like you're putting water on your face. I'm gonna use my Tarte Unicorn brush, and really this is another, a little bit goes a long way. And it's literally so crazy. It feels like there's water on my face. something that I have noticed with this particularly, it's translucent, yes, but definitely adds like a tiny bit of color. So if you're like super fair or honestly the opposite, and like you have a lot of color, you might potentially see like an adjustment in the color, like in your concealer particularly. It's really not that big of a deal for me. It doesn't really change my face that bad, my color. Piper is like, and I'm never in this room, so she's like having a heyday right now. So yeah, I just put that, set it under my eyes, and I like to set around my mouth a lot because I feel like my makeup just like, I have like a weird ring of like lack of makeup if I'm eating or drinking, like, and I drink a lot of coffee in the morning, so I sometimes will look at myself and I'm like, oh, Mattie, too much coffee, your makeup's gone. But anyway, now I'm going to go in with my eyeshadow. So what do I want to use? I brought a couple of options, all of my options pretty much. I have my Jaclyn Hill palette here, or I have my Dream Street palette. I'll tell you what though, I'm gonna use my Dream Street palette because Kathleen Lights was actually the one who I really got into watching makeup videos. Her and Tati Westbrook. But Kathleen Lights is just like my girl. Like, I love watching her so much, and when she came out with this Dream Street palette, I was like, gotta get my hands on that. It's just so beautiful. Like, every color is just so luminous and just rich, and I love, love, love eyeshadow. It's probably one of my favorite things to do when I'm doing my makeup, and she just killed it with this palette. But I'm gonna go in with the shade, and the ColourPop does theirs like a little bit different. Like the names on the back I think are matched up with like where they are in the palette. So this, I'm going in with Stardust, and I have to get used to like this camera, and I'm still like, you know, learning and doing research online because I really don't know anything about like video production. Like, my first YouTube video, I'm probably not gonna have it like edited that much because I don't know how. And my wonderful friend Tess said she would help me, so she's really good with all of that. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have her teach me her ways. If not, because she's a mama, so she's got a busy schedule, but if not, I'm gonna just have to wing it and do things on my own. Watching YouTube, Googling. Okay, so next I'm going in with this like brown color. It's called Twinkle. And you know what? I need to figure out what colors what, because I am now second guessing myself. I like really think that I'm butchering the names. I think it might be easier if I use my little handheld mirror right now. But I need to get one that's not like ugly, because this is ugly. And I hope you like can't see like what's on the side of the mirror, which you can, but I guess it's just my makeup stuff and I don't have any secrets. Alright. So I'm just blending these colors together all over my lid. And then I'm also gonna take this like more browner color and go underneath on my lower lash line. I used to always say, like, I don't understand why people, oh, I just picked my eye, why people put eyeshadow down there, but I get it. I get it, guys. It really makes a difference. Okay, so now that I have this very, like, basic shade, what I'm gonna do is take, what color is that? Water Bearer. No, okay, I know this blue one is Water Bearer. So this one next to it's gotta be Potion. I'm going in with Potion. And I'm gonna put it, I cleaned my brushes last night, so like not all of them are super dry, so I'm just trying to figure out like which ones I can use right now. I'm gonna use this like really like pretty, it's like a rusty red brown, rusty red brown, and I'm just gonna focus like in my crease and blend it out. This color like kind of matches my shirt. A trick like I learned very early on, probably like right after I started really getting into eyeshadow, seriously go in with a light hand. If you don't go in with a light hand, you're gonna really mess up and you're gonna be really upset. Because unless you want to blend forever, you're gonna have like super dramatic changes in color. I think Jay, my boyfriend, is done making dinner for us, but he doesn't want to interrupt me. We're having salmon. I love salmon. Okay. I love Drake. I don't think I'm allowed to be playing these songs in the background. Is that like copyright or something? But I'm just a little guy. I am not some big YouTube star yet, so maybe they just won't catch me. Okay, so now I have like a ton of that color everywhere, all over my lid. So you just gotta make sure you blend it out, and then when you have it blended where you want it to be, I'm gonna go in on my lid, and I'm actually gonna go in with the Jaclyn Hill palette, because she has a bunch of like the neutral tan colors, and I like to go over top the red that I just went in with in the Kathleen Lights palette, and I'm actually just gonna go right in the middle of my lid and just take some of this brown, which I don't know the color, I'm sorry. That's a problem. Like, why aren't her colors in here? I think it might have came with, I think it came with like something that went over it for you to tell like what color was what. So I just like to put the little bit of brown in there so that it's not like, whoa, red everywhere, you know. And then I'm also gonna be sure to go underneath. I always like to, at least with the base colors, like whatever you put on your top lid, like do it on the bottom too. So you can kind of like match it up. Not really like showing you what brushes I'm using either, but to start out, these are the brushes that I use, kind of like backtrack. The one brush, where did it go? Oh, here it is. So this is the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. And I use this brush literally every single day for the all over my lid. So like the like really neutral tan colors to start off. And then I'll usually go in with, where did I just put that one? Here. The Real Techniques Base Shadow Brush. I use this to get like the corner, the outside of my eyes with like a little bit of a darker color. And then I use any type of like shading brush. This is the Luxie 239. But any kind of brush that is like kind of flatter so you can see, it really just like helps pack on the color. And then I actually use like a smaller brush. This is like the small angled brush, I think, or not at all. Instapop crease brush. That's what I'm going to use with this brown. And I'm just going to go again, just like hug that bottom lid. And you guys, it doesn't have to be perfect. It truly does not. Okay. So now, here's the fun part. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back into Kathleen Light's palette. And I'm gonna go in with this like, I don't even, what is it called? Here we go again, Maddie. Okay. It is called Spark. This like pink. It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna use the same brush, the Precision shader. And it really, like, this is the one thing about this palette, like, it kicks up so much. Look at, can you guys tell? You probably can't. Oh, you can a little bit. But like, I just like barely put my brush in there and it was like, meow. So now I'm going in the middle of my eye. And it's got just like a really like awesome pop of color. So it takes it up a notch from like the neutral, warmer toned tan colors to like hot. My eyes look crazy right now, but I like it. And rarely, unless I'm going to work, rarely do I ever just have like a matte eye look. I love shimmer. I love sheen. I love, there's my Kathleen Lights reference. Like she always says sheen. And I got you, girl. Like, I love the sheen look as well. So what I'm gonna do is take my finger, and I'm going in this top left right hand corner, and this beautiful, beautiful, look at this, metallic gold, and I'm putting it on the lid. But I'm starting, oh my God, you guys. It is so freaking pretty. I'm going back in there again. I'm doing the other eye. And I'm probably gonna add more. So I'm not going down straight down the middle this time of my eye. I'm going like a third of the eye in. And just dragging it to the center. And then blurring it out. This is absolutely stunning. Look at this freaking color. I'm obsessed. Okay. So, now that I have that in there, you guys, I recently got this Butter London Glaze-In eye gloss. And let me tell you, it's incredible. So it's a gel. It's like a glossy gel, and you have to take this little lid off. And I just honestly like take the lid and put a little bit on my finger. You only need a little bit unless you're trying to like go out. And I'm gonna put this in the middle. So I'm like just literally putting it right over top of the glitter that I just put on, the powder glitter. I'm just enhancing the glitter because I freaking love glitter. So again, I'm starting like kind of in the middle, but a little bit closer to the corner of my eye. This is so nice. I love glitter. So this baby is gonna last me a long time because you only need a tiny bit. And like I like didn't use a lot at all, but look how much it put on. I love it. So yeah, I got this. Oh, and the shade of this is unicorn. So makes sense, you know. And then I got this other one too, and this one's called Oil Slick, I think. Oil Slick. This one's like a darker one. You can't really tell, but here, I'll just like do like a quick swatch. It's like a darker, like you can't tell. I gotta practice, you know. But it's like a darker, like burgundy red, and it has like bluer, like metallic-y glitter. I love it. Okay. So now I love Kygo. Okay, so that is, you know what? I'm not done yet. I'm gonna go back into Dream Street and I'm gonna put, I don't know what brush this is. It's a shader brush from Moda M19. I got it from my Ipsy bag this past month. I'm just gonna go in with this like dark burgundy and just go on the outside a little bit. Just to like break up the colors a little bit and just be dramatic, you know? Okay, that's all I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna take a little bit of that and go under the bottom lash line. And then one of my favorite things to do with my eyeshadow is use highlighter. So There's like a bunch of palettes that always have like the shimmery shades, like I think Dream Street even has. Yeah, so like you can use this bottom shade. You can see it's like I'm really messing up. Anyway, you can use this shade as like a highlighter for your brow bone or your inner corners. I like to go big and I like to glow. So I always use my Ofra, I think this is Rodeo Drive. Yeah, Rodeo Drive. And I love it so much. Using my unicorn brush. Just getting some highlight in here. And I just do a little bit of highlighter on my eyebrow bone. And then in the corner of my eye. It's gonna be weird not going out like somewhere after doing my makeup. Maybe I'll make Jay go out and get like a beer or something. But okay, so this is my eye look right now. I'm really, really loving it. Now, let's kick up all of the glitter and powder that might have fallen. Now, I'm going to I'm not gonna really contour. I don't really think that I want to do that right now. Usually I go in with my cream contour palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but I'm just not gonna do that today. Not today, no. So yes.
Are you almost done?
Somewhat.
Dinner's ready.
Okay. I'll be out.
Alright.
Dinner's ready. Okay, so I'm gonna use my Benefit Cheek Braid, my Hula Bronzer. When I hit pan on this thing, I was so bummed. So freaking bummed. So on days that I don't want to fully contour, but I want that contoured look, I'll just go in with a smaller bronzer brush. So this is my Bliss powder brush. And you can see it's like not super big. Like compared to my Eco Tools brush, like it's small. And then my Real Techniques bronzer brush, it's small. So with the smaller ones, I'll just go in for like more of a precise look. And like I kind of pinch the brush. And just go on down. And you can see how it gives you like that hollowed out look. Like you're supposed to, that's like the trick that I learned when I first started. Like you don't want to go too low because it like makes your face look like it's kind of like fallen and like droopy. So if you bring it like straight from like, I always go from like this part of my ear and just like drag it down. I don't know why I do that with my mouth. I think that might just be like a habit. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the Hula Bronzer. And just so you know, if you don't know what Hula Bronzer is, you should know. But it's this darker bronzer, and then they have Hula Light, which is perfect for like your neck or like down here. And I'm just going on like the very outer edge of my face. And like down to your temple. And then under there, get that double chin out of here. I'm like really shocked my phone battery is not dying or not running out of storage. I gotta get like an actual camera. Okay, so now that that's done, I will go in with like my larger powder brush, and this is the Eco Tools Full Powder, and I love this one. I'm actually not gonna use my Hula Light because I want to use my butter bronzer, Physicians Formula butter bronzer. This is in the shade Light Bronzer. They have a darker one, but I really like this one specifically for like what I had said, like you can go on your neck and get all that. And then I'll just like kind of like brush it all over. Just kind of like go back over where I had my Hula bronzer. And then I put a little bit on my nose. Okay, now my blush. I'm gonna use, I've got like a very like poppy look. So I'm actually gonna tone it down. I'm like, I love like bubblegum pink blushes. Just love them so much. This time I'm actually gonna go in with, I got this in Ipsy I think, but the Balm. The brand The Balm has amazing products. Like this is the Balm, the one that I just showed you, like the bubblegum pink. This is the Balm Springs, and it's just like more of a dark, like rosier pink. And that is what I'm gonna go in with because I don't want it to be like, ooh, bubblegum pink, like, ooh, glitter, sparkle, everything. So, not today. Why do I keep talking like that? Okay. And you just do the corny smile, you know? I'm in Christmas vibe. Can you guys even hear the music, or am I just singing and you can't hear? Okay. There's my blush. I'm gonna see, like, do I need to adjust this at all? No, I think it's good. Okay, so now that I have that done, I'm gonna go in with my, I think it's, my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed. I thought this was in like Champagne Pop. I don't know why it's not saying that, or is it? I have no idea. I think it's Champagne Pop. And I'm gonna use my Luxie Large Angled 504 brush. I love using this like angled type brush for my brown, or for my highlighter. Okay, so just tap. And then, oh, I freaking love highlighter. I'm sure you guys are so surprised. I just love the glam life, you know? Glam. I don't have glam life. I work for ADP and I sell payroll. Hopefully, YouTube, help me out. Just kidding. Not really. Okay, so then I'm gonna actually go in with, where is it? Wrong thing. So this is something that I always do. I always go in with my powder highlight, and then I go in with like this is the NYX Bright Idea Illuminating Stick, and this one is in the color Chardonnay Shimmer, so it's like a little stick. So I'll just like take it and put it all over. Just kidding. Okay, Now I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I hate doing my eyebrows. They're probably my least favorite thing to do. I don't spend a lot of time on them. I'm not one of those makeup people who like goes off camera to do them and comes back, because it really doesn't take me that long. Who knows, maybe one day I'll get better at it. I just really think that I'm not that good at them, so I start with my Benefit Cabral. It's in like this little like pot thing, and this is in the shade number 2. And I just fill in like the larger chunk of my eyebrow with this Eco Tools brush, and I don't know the name of it because I just use it every day and it's worn off. Once I get that big, like larger chunk in, I keep saying chunk, I actually go in with my Benefit Precisely My Brow, and I like brush it up like that, and then I'll actually create a line, like a straight line like that. And then I go at the top and do a parallel line to like make it a little boxy. And then I just shade in between. And then feather, I do like a very feathered look towards the ends. I never thought my mom would be so right in saying that I freaking would regret plucking my eyebrows when I was a young child in high school and didn't know what I was doing. So, as you can see, it's still like a little too sculpted for me. So then I will take this brush and I just like go over it until I get it to look more natural. And then I'll just like take the brush like that, and like there you go. It's like super casual, not a lot to it. Then once I'm done with my eyebrows, I will go in with my setting spray, and it's not in front of me right now. It's in the other room, so I'm gonna skip that step, especially because it's like later in the evening anyway, so I don't need to have my makeup stay forever. But if I were to be going out and like doing something, I would just use the Urban Decay All-Nighter setting spray, and then I would also do my Smashbox primer water. I love those two. They're like my go-to. So now, lastly, I'm gonna curl these puppies. Oh my god, I seriously want to make Jay go get a beer with me because I love this glitter. I'm gonna use my L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I have been grabbing this a lot more than I ever have before. I actually just bought a new one because this one's drying out a little bit. But Lights Camera Lashes by Tarte is like my go-to, my favorite mascara, but this one is really creeping up there. It's just amazing, honestly. It's affordable, I would say, compared to other mascaras out on the market. But I will say, if you're comparing it to other drugstore mascaras, it's a little bit on the higher end. I think it's like $14, like $13 or $14. Which, to me, it's totally worth it. But some people just, you know, they love spending like a couple dollars on their mascara, a couple dollars. Like, they only like to buy a couple of things. And if you only buy a couple of things and each thing is like $14, it really adds up. So I get it. But I'm the kind of person that will go into Ulta, and I'm totally an Ulta fan, like, versus Sephora. I just love Ulta so much. And I'll drop money there. But okay, the last thing I'm gonna do is take my Buxom Gabby lip plumping gloss, and I'm not gonna go in with the lip liner because I don't want to right now, but I'm just gonna finish off this super glittery look with my lip plumping gloss. I know this girl who used to date Marshmallow. Shout out to Alyssa if you watch this. Alright, so that is my look, you guys. That was really loud, I'm sorry. My first makeup look. I am like really a fan of this right now. I just really love the eyes. The Butter London is just like life-changing. But alright, well, thanks guys. My video has been super long. It's almost an hour long at this point. I'm gonna do my best to edit everything and get it up online super quick. I know there's been a lot of people, my lips are like sticking together. A lot of people on Instagram who have been watching my videos and just like complimenting me and being super sweet, and you guys are the ones who've really like pushed me to go and spend the money on Amazon and get this equipment and start like actually making some videos. I'm really excited to do it. I'm excited that, you know, this one seems to be successful, and I really don't know what I'm doing. So I'll see you guys hopefully soon, and let me know in the comment section what you liked, what you didn't like, if you have any suggestions. I'm not gonna, you know, just limit this channel to beauty videos. I'm gonna do like a bunch of different things. So there's no limits, and just let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll come up with the content. Have a good night. Bye.